And now, welcome to 7 Questions with Emmy.
Brought to you by Timberline Home, whose showroom in Idaho Falls is waiting for you to explore. Hey guys, welcome back to 7 Questions with Emmy. My guest today rose to fame as a child star in 1974, playing the role of Nellie Oleson on the hit television series Little House on the Prairie. Alison Arngrim has performed in many roles, and I'm so happy to be talking with her today. Thank you so much for talking with me.
Thank you for having me. I've seen the roster, and I'm up with some pretty big stars on this list to be interviewed by you. So I'm very honored.
You're at the top tier.
Thank you.
How did you get your start acting?
Well, my whole family were in show business. If your mom watched a lot of the old shows, the old cartoons, if you've watched the old cartoons of Casper the Friendly Ghost, the really old ones like before the movie, and Gumby and Underdog with Sweet Polly Purebred and Davy Glass, that was all my mom. My mom did cartoon voices. She was Casper and Gumby, and like everybody, everybody was in show business, everyone. And so I started auditioning when I was really, really little. And my first job, I actually did a commercial when I was 6 years old for Hunt's Ketchup. And I did a bunch of commercials and little TV things. And the funny thing, Hollywood being Hollywood, I wasn't working a lot when I was 11. How old are you? Aren't you about 11 now?
11, yeah.
Yeah, see, I was about 11 and I stopped working. I wasn't getting a lot of work. And my father, as my manager, actually said to me, you might not work again for a long time, or maybe not at all. I was trying to tell me I might be washed up at 11, which is kind of weird, but that's how things are. And then I got Little House on the Prairie at 12, and the rest is history. But yes, I was a working actor and a member of the Screen Actors Guild by the time I was 5, 6 years old. So yeah.
That's cool. I do a little bit of theater on the side. So
Excellent.
what is your favorite junk food?
I had to think about that. I was looking at the question because, all right, I try not to eat a lot of junk food. Generally, even if I'm getting a hot dog or a hamburger, it's made at home. It's like a turkey burger or a veggie burger or turkey dog. I really don't eat at most fast food restaurants. There's 1 or 2 places that have really good fries. Jack in the Box has that little bowl with the chicken that's good. But the one thing that I will still eat that I know is terrible, it's terrible for it has all the worst like things and colorings and chemicals. It's really bad, too much salt. Doritos Cool Ranch, not the regular Doritos, Cool Ranch Doritos in the blue bag. Yes, too much salt, too much everything. Even while I'm eating them, going, God, I need to brush my teeth. I will eat Cool Ranch Doritos. They're the worst thing ever, and that is my secret one junk food pleasure.
Was the thing that you liked the best about being on Little House on the Prairie?
That is a tough one because in 7 years, a lot happened and it was awesome. It's really the people, the other actors. I'm so pleased that, especially this year with the 50th anniversary, we've been having all these events. So I still get to hang out with all of my friends, all the actors from the show, because that was my favorite part was when I went to work, I got to hang out with these really cool people like Melissa Gilbert and like Catherine McGregor, who played my crazy mother, Mrs. Olson. These people were all so much fun and so incredible. So that I still are times I get to see everybody is great. I really liked, though, because I played that horrible person, I had such a part. I got to yell and scream at people and throw things. And this was like my job. And it was somehow okay. I could let it, if you were having a bad week and you really just didn't feel like it, and you really just needed to scream and let it all out. I had a job where I could go to work and scream and yell and throw things and let it all out. And I have to tell you, it felt really good at the end of the day.
Yeah, that sounds fun, especially when my brothers get on my nerves. That sounds
Can you imagine being on a job where you said, okay, you're going to come in and everything you felt about your brother this whole week, now's your chance. Scream bloody murder here, break this. And then they paid you at the end of it. I mean, yeah, it was like the best job ever.
Pretty while you're doing it.
Yeah. It was pretty awesome.
Yeah, all you had to do is memorize lines and
right. And then you kind of let it out. Yeah.
Yeah. You have developed a successful acting career in France. How did that happen, and what did you like about working in France?
Very crazy. I went to France in 2002. I went to be on a talk show to come be interviewed on this fancy talk show in France. And I knew there were Little House on the Prairie fans in France. I just didn't know how much they loved Little House on the Prairie. And I got there and they were so crazy. Like I walked out on stage on this talk show and the whole audience starts singing the theme song. we don't have words. As you know, there are no words to the theme song of Little House. It says la, 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 la. And the whole audience is going la, 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 la. I'm like, wow, that's dedication. So they were so crazy for Little House. And then they really liked Nellie Oleson. Like, oh, she's bad. She's bad. We like her. And I thought, well, this is great. I have to come back here. So I came back a couple times, did other talk shows. I did a movie there. And then I met this crazy guy, Patrick Loubatière, and he said, we can do a show. We can do a show. You do stand-up comedy. And you have a show. What if we did a show for France, just for France? And it's like in French. I had to go back to school because I had not been good at French in high school. I went back to school and I learned French, and he learned how to be in a show. And we started this crazy show. And I'm going back in October because we're now on our third show that he's written. And I go and I do these crazy shows in French. We talk about Little House on the Prairie and I talk about everything. And I go all over the country to like smaller towns and do these shows. And it is so much fun. I find the French audiences are very enthusiastic. I like that. Also, yes, I really like cheese. I like cheese and I like pastry. So that I enjoy that part too.
Me too. What makes someone a good actor?
I was thinking about that. There's so many things. I really think it makes people say, well, is it imagination? That's what helps. Is it having a really good connection to your emotions? I think it's immediacy. The actors I've always liked, and when I've had a performance that I did that I liked, it was you felt like, oh, this is happening. This is happening right now. This is happening right now. It's immediate that whatever they're doing is this has just come upon them. I like people who can, yes, they've memorized the lines, they've rehearsed for weeks, months in a play, for instance, and it sounds like when they open their mouth, like they made it up, like they made it up on the spot, like they just thought of this now. As someone who can go do a show and it's scripted, it sounds like they're ad-libbing, and it's just that immediacy of this is happening right now. This thing just happened. This person just thought of this. If you can get that across and you see that, I think that's the best part.
If you could star in a show or a movie with anyone, who would you pick?
I actually started to make a list because like everybody, I love so many great people. And now I'm older. So I like a lot of I think about like Will Ferrell is hysterical. And he plays really, he's a great actor. Like when I think of like how he did as Nellie, because Will Ferrell plays really stupid people and annoying people, and his characters are like so annoying. And he's like a really nice guy. And now he's done just like one or two movies where he's like not an insanely annoying, want to slap him guy, and you go, wow, he's really good because when he's playing that. So I love Will Ferrell. I love Jim Parsons. Judi Dench, Dame Judi Dench, Jamie Lee Curtis, Jodie Foster, Sylvester Stallone, Anthony Hopkins. Oh, Jeremy's sister from FBI. Jim Parsons, and I think that's yeah, Will Ferrell, Jamie Lee Curtis. Oh, and of course, yeah, I did say Jodie Foster. Oh, and David Tennant, who is Doctor Who and is on Good Omens. But mostly, it's just because I really want to be on Good Omens because I love that show. I love the book, and I was really excited when they made the TV show of the book. And I love David Tennant. So there, I think that's my whole list. So if any of you are on that list, please call me. I don't care what it is. I'll walk on it. So yeah.
Yeah, I love how you made a list. You had it prepared.
I had to make a list. There were too many. I was like, oh my God. So I just made a list and spat them all out. Yeah.
I like your reading glasses.
Aren't these great? So I'm older. I am 62 now. And so I had LASIK a while back, so I can see pretty far. I can see like with that, but I did have to do the reading glasses for the close-up stuff. And I thought if I'm at an award show and I have to do the envelope, please, I got to look good, right? I can't have bad reading glasses in case I'm on. So I got these. They're fabulous, right? They're really great. So I always make sure I have nice reading glasses in case I have to do something close up in public.
Yeah. What advice do you have for me?
Oh, well, you're already kind of in show business. I guess you're in journalism, but you also are doing theater. So I tell people that, it sounds funny to say, stay in school, but really stay in school. Are you going to school? What grade are you in now? Are you homeschooling, schooling? You're going to 6. Okay, that's about right. Yeah. Okay, 6th grade. So that sounds good. Stay in school. I stayed in school pretty much. I did do the high school proficiency exam, left 11th grade. It's not terrible, but if anything, more schooling is better than less. I probably should have stayed longer. Everyone I know who left earlier really regrets it. I've gone back to school, to college and different things to take courses to learn whatever I missed back then. And I always enjoy it. I enjoy taking classes and workshops. You can't go wrong with having like, oh, I took too many classes. I have too much. Oh, I'm too good at math. Oh, darn. I got too much education. I read too many books. No one has ever said this. No one has ever said, I really regret that I'm too good at math and I read too many books. That's never a problem. So stay in school, get a decent education, no matter what the heck you're doing. And it doesn't matter what you're studying. I mean, you could study something that's not even in your field, but just stay in school. This could sound crazy. Take care of your teeth. I think you're only 11. And I'm sure you go to the dentist and you do what he tells you and all that stuff. Take care of your teeth. Floss, learn to floss early. Get the picks. They're easier because I'm older now. And every time I go to the dentist, anything that goes wrong is because I didn't floss enough. And I have a water pick now and I floss, but it's all about your gums. And at a certain age, you go to the dentist and they suddenly want to talk to you about your gums. And it's like, we need to discuss what's happening with your gums. What? And people who've had really had to have implants and teeth taken out and everything. It's all the gums. So take care of your teeth and your gums, like starting now. You'll feel much better.
I have a dentist appointment in a week, so.
Say, is it true? I need to take it. They now know, doctors also, scientists now know that gum disease is actually connected to heart disease. They didn't know that years ago, but they now know that the bacteria that can cause problems with gums actually affects cardiac health. So if you have a terrible gum disease, you can wind up with heart disease later, which, yeah. And you're drinking at night, you brush your teeth after, brush your teeth. I drink all sorts of sugary. I love ices, but yeah, just get out the toothpaste and that brick, just get in there. So take good care of your teeth, take good care of your skin, start now and all those things. I'm sure your parents have told you, don't do drugs. Also good. It's like, you don't see people saying, gosh, I wish I took more drugs when I was young. You never hear that. No. So stay in school, stay off of drugs, and take really good care of your teeth and gums, which sounds crazy, but I'm telling you, yeah, it's the way to go. Your health and your education are really they're the most important things.
Thank you so much for talking with me.
Oh, you're so welcome. Yes, I think it's just marvelous what you're doing. So stick with it.
I want to be in a show with you.
Oh my God, yes, please. Where are you doing theater? Where are you doing your show?
I live in Idaho Falls.
Idaho Falls. So you're doing Shrek. You're doing Shrek the musical.
Yeah, and then this fall I'm doing like a bigger production. Like it's like hopefully a little like. It's kind of like Idaho's Broadway. So I'm really excited. It's Matilda.
So everybody's got a Broadway. Even Idaho has a Broadway. Okay.
I'm doing Matilda. And I get to get into the show. So, I'm really excited.
This is good. Already you're like broadening your whole field there and everything. You're doing more than one thing. I do more than one thing. Everybody does. Yeah, I do more than one thing. Very impressive. But yeah, stick with your schooling, learn another language. And as boring as math is, I hated math, but my parents said, try putting a dollar sign in front of it. It'll all make more sense. And at tax time, you'll be grateful that you learned some math. So all of those things that seem dull now, like brushing your teeth and learning math, God, stick with them.
Thank you so much. Thanks so much for watching. Remember, new 7 questions and interviews are posted every Thursday. Be sure to follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Love you guys. Bye. 7 Questions with Emmy, brought to you by Timberline Home, whose showroom in Idaho Falls is waiting for you to explore.